Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 tips when it comes down to beach AW. This will most definitely help you when it comes down to getting kegs. Your rocket accuracy is definitely going to become a lot better after seeing this shit. And I'm going to be showing you guys shit that you should and should not do in beach AW. Um, so yeah, that's really it. Just make sure you watch the whole entire video, leave a like, and yeah, let's get started. Alright, so I don't have a partner here with me to demonstrate this shit, but let's just pretend that I have someone in my lobby right now, right? Um, alright, so let's say I spawn in, right next to this beach house. What I will say right now is use these to your advantage, bro. You can hide behind these as much as you want in beach AW. Use these houses as, you know what I'm saying, to your advantage, bro. So, for example, say your opponent is like right there with this fucking woman is standing, bro, and you spawn in, right? What I would do is I would come over here and I would shoot a few nades over there, right? And then I would EWO. Now, here's the thing with this shit. Make sure your nades is accurate, first of all. If your nades is not accurate, practice. So, you see how I shot nades over there, right? And I literally spawned in the location I showed you guys. So, that could have, you're putting yourself at a risk if you fucking shoot nades and you EWO when you're mid-range with your opponent, because if he's good at kicking, you may get kicked, but at the same time, he's also putting himself at a risk if he doesn't EWO. So when you shoot them nades and you EWO, the whole purpose of doing that is to, you know what I'm saying, get your opponent to think, oh, I'm gonna get this kick. No. If you're accurate with your nades, you're gonna hit this, and I promise you, I hit this shit like almost every time. Not all the time, but almost every time because I'm so accurate with my nades. So, the first tip I give you guys is to do this shit. Is to use these to your advantage. All right. If you need to buy ammo, use the house to your advantage. Come over here, buy ammo. You know what I'm saying? It's common sense, right? Everybody knows that shit. So, yeah, use these to your advantage. Alright, so I'm going to be teaching you guys the high ground, where you should be and where you should not be, alright? So, first thing first, bro. Does everybody know the middle spawn? I'm pretty sure everyone knows the middle spawn at base. If you're a base player, you know the middle spawn. This is literally no different. This is the place you want to be for beach, alright? If you're up here, you literally have the advantage, the high ground advantage. Literally, your opponent is vulnerable to rockets if you're up here. So, because you have the high ground, obviously. So, and also KEKS. This is definitely a common location for KEKS. So, if you're here or anywhere near here, make sure you come up here. But the thing is, be careful, because if he shoots a rocket and it hits one of these rocks, you're done. So I say stay away from it just a little bit, but make sure you're kind of, on the slope, so that way you have the high ground. All right. Um, yeah. So if you have an opponent that's right here, all you gotta do is shoot a homing, bro. It's that simple. Literally just shoot a homing, and then it will force them to EWO, and then look what you got. You got yourself a KEK. So um. yeah, that's really it for this high ground part. Now here, you may spawn here. This is definitely a common location. Like if you were to EO, if you spawn here, I'm gonna tell you right now, right? If you spawn here and your opponent is down there, get off of this slope, bro. Get off of this shit. This is where you would get killed by a rocket. You do not want to be anywhere in this area. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. You do not want to be down the slope. You want to get off this area as soon as possible. But be careful, because if he's spamming rockets, you might get FaceTimed or you might get kicked. So that's the thing. You do not want to be here though, because if he shoots a homing, you're dead. There's no way he's missing that unless he's a shitter with the rockets. So, so yeah, come up here, and then you should be good to go. All right, snipe, do what you got to do. Get him the EWO. Boom, another kick. This one is actually for all my rocket spammers that like to spam rockets when they go for keks. So if you're one of those people that like to, spam rockets when you go for keks, this is very, very important. And this is for most likely the beginners, because the beginners, they're the ones that are like, spamming the rockets and shit to get keks and shit. They're more likely to do that shit. I see beginners do that shit all the time. So this one's going to be for you guys real quick. So if you're doing this shit, keep in mind, bro, like if you miss the kek and he spawns like over here, you you're done, bro. You're done. Make sure, like when you spam your rockets, make sure you shoot from one area to another area with a max of 2 rockets. All right. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to, but I recommend you do that. So, boom, boom, shotgun. If you want to spam your rockets. Now, it's totally fine if you want to spam your rockets. It's totally fine, but make sure your eyes is always on. Let me kill myself because of dick riding. Make sure that your eyes is always on the map, always, because if you miss the KEK, you can react to it way faster if you see your opponent appear on the map, and you can kill yourself way faster. So make sure you are always looking on the map if you're trying to, like, you know, spam your rockets. That's very, very important, because if you don't and he spawns in another location, you can easily get hit with a shotgun or a rocket, depends. All right, so let's say you're in this triangle spawn, you're trapped, right, and you have nothing to do. This is literally common sense, all right? I'm not even going to cap. You can do this, bro, because if you spawn out of the map, right? All BJW players know they have to send you a CEO invite, and if you join, they have to EVO. So the person that sends you the CEO invite has to EVO, all right? So this is gonna leave you with an advantage, right? So say you spawn like right here on this hill, right? And you do not want to be here at all. Simply come over here and then EVO. You're more likely to spawn over here, or you may spawn down here, but you're more likely to spawn. Yep, see? So now your opponent has to send you a CEO invite. Or if he wants to play like a dirty player, he doesn't have to, and you know what I'm saying? It's honestly lame as fuck. So um yeah, this is how you force someone to send you a CEO, and once you join them, they would have to EWO, and then that will lead you to an advantage as far as, spawning in. Alright, and I honestly do not want to show you guys this tip, bro, because literally there's rarely any BJW players that do this except me and Cyro and my boy Evil. Shout out to Evil and Cyro. But we use our nades to our advantage. So this is kind of like the first tip, all right? Except we're not using these whatever you want to call these. I don't even know what the fuck they're called, but you know what I mean. Um, we're using our nades to our advantage. So, for example, we spawn in. Say our opponent is mid range, right? So this is where it gets tricky, because if your opponent likes to use homings, be careful. If he likes to use a sniper, be careful. Unless you're only shooting 2 or 3 nades. If you're shooting 2 or 3 nades, you're good. But if you're constantly, like, if you spawn in and you're literally just spamming and spamming and spamming and spamming, you're putting yourself at a risk. You're getting killed. So make sure you don't do this. So the whole point of doing this is to get your opponent to EWO. You want your opponent to EWO so that way he can potentially spawn next to you, so you can get the KEK. So this is what I do all the time. If I see my opponent is mid-range and I spawn in, right, I would shoot some nades over here, maybe run over to the side, and then if I see that he EWOs, then you have a KEK opportunity. Now, if he doesn't EWO, he may pay the price and get hit with one of them nades. So this method right here is very, 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 very effective. Make sure you use your grenade launcher to your advantage, all right? This shit is very important. That would be it for this video. I'm pretty sure that was 5 tips. Make sure, like I said, if you don't know anything about these tips, make sure you use them and put them into your game, because I'm trying to tell you, this will make you a lot better. There are more tips I can give out, but I just wanted to do 5 tips for this video. I just wanted to see how this video does. I wanted to see if you guys wanted more information on BJW, because honestly, there's plenty of shit you have to learn when it comes down to BJW. There's plenty of shit, and I can still provide you guys with more tips. So if you guys want another video, if you guys want a part 2, let me know in the comments. Make sure you drop the like, and yeah, that'll be it. I did make three DLC outfits for the new DLC that is dropped today. Only made 3 because honestly, the shit that you get is honestly ass. So I tried my best. And only like two out of the 3 I made. So hopefully you enjoyed them as well. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out, bruh.